Welcome back to Daybreak. It's 7:10 it is. Long, drawn-out custody battles are putting children at risk, causing them undue suffering. That's according to the government, who today are announcing the biggest shake-up of the family justice system in a generation.
Well, a central part of that will be encouraging couples who want to divorce to go to mediation before going to court. Richard Gaisford's outside Staines Magistrate Court for us. Richard, what does this mean then for couples thinking of getting a divorce?
Well, up until today, they'd just been encouraged to find out about mediation. Now they're being forced to actually attend a meeting about mediation, to be told about a way that may well save them a lot of money, a lot of stress, and reduce the pain for children involved in these cases too. Mediation is when a couple sits down around a table with what you might describe as an impartial referee, someone who's there to help discover a fair and balanced solution to problems surrounding finances, housing and childcare, that sort of thing. And it should reduce the need to enter courts like this with armies of lawyers digging bits out of each other. And it really is needed, Helen, because at this point today we've got nearly 120,000 Brits every year getting divorced. That is very nearly 13 people every hour, or 13 divorces every hour. And the family court's not just dealing with divorce, they're also dealing with care and supervision orders too. And for children involved in that, we're seeing an average 56-week wait, more than a year in many cases. The new rules today suggest that that has to be at least a maximum now of 26 weeks. So all of these cases should be dealt with within 6 months, and that way reduce the stress and the pain for children involved in those kind of cases too.
Thanks very much, Richard. Well, Natasha Britton, who's using mediation in her divorce, and mediation specialist Sheila Gooderham are with us today. Nice to see you both, ladies.
Good morning.
Natasha, you're going through the process at the moment, and you're a very good advert for how mediation can help, and particularly with children. How's it helped you?
It just made everything more respectful, kinder, and we didn't want to, well, certainly I didn't want my divorce to define the rest of my life. So we just wanted to look after our children, our wider circle of friends and family, by having a good divorce and a respectful divorce.
It's interesting, isn't it? Can you ever have an amicable divorce?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Why would you, why
But,
not?
the fact that mediation seems to be about the nitty-gritty of the divorce, if you like, the facts and the figures and all that business, it must be very difficult to keep the emotion out of it.
Sometimes it can be difficult, and I'm a divorced person myself, so I know what it feels like. But the reality is, if you've got children, and you've chosen to have children together, you're going to be grandparents together.
Of course.
You've got the whole of your life ahead. You've got graduation ceremonies, possible engagement parties, you name it, grandchildren being born. And so it's not just this moment, it's not just how hard it feels now, and it feels like a living bereavement when you get divorced. It really is horrible. But actually doing something practical about it, sitting down, coffee pot, chocolate biscuits, nice person who actually knows their onions, knows about the law, can really help, and it can mean you can come out of it feeling, well, we did that, we sorted that.
Sheila, the only part of this bit that's compulsory is that couples will be asked to go for an hour's mediation meeting.
Exactly.
How encouraged are you that that hour-long mediation meeting will then convince them that actually mediation could be the way forward and help them?
Well, for people who've come to see me for the past 2 years for mediation information assessment meetings, and that's what the government's now asking people to do, I find that most people find it an absolute no-brainer. It's cheaper. It's much quicker than going through the courts. And then you've got this other element, the really important personal element, which is, if you're going to be grandparents together, let's sort it and work out a fair way forward.
But why aren't more people doing it then? You paint the perfect picture.
Yeah, I mean, it's because it's been poorly publicised in the past. It's taken the past 20 years, really, for mediation to come out of its infancy and be talked about, and the results, the success of it, understood and explained.
But it's an unregulated industry as well, so people should be aware, because there are mediators out there with no training, or very little training, in family law-related issues as well.
You're absolutely right, and this is absolutely vital, that people go to the Family Justice Council website. Go nowhere else. Do not Google a mediator, go to the Family Justice Council, Family Mediation Council website, Family Mediation Council website.
And also Natasha's written a blog about it. I mean,
Absolutely.
that's how positive an experience you found it, isn't it, Natasha, trying to help other people?
Absolutely. I just felt that if I could share my positive experiences and inspire people to want to have a better, kinder divorce, and really sort of put their children as the main focus of a positive outcome, then it's all going to be good.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us
Thank
this morning.
you. Nice
Good
to
to talk
see
to
you.
both of you.